Going to be doing episode 2, aired on February 2nd, 1979, of the Dukes of Hazzard, titled Daisy Song. Welcome to Ridge Raiders podcast. It's me, Rebel Lee, here with my friend Wally. How you doing, Wally?
I'm sleepy.
Well, yeah, I tried to get you earlier, but you hadn't even watched the show, so didn't know. Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Well,
And then I watched it and told you I'd watched it, and now I'm still waiting on you to call me.
well, what did you think about it?
I remember these being more wholesome than what they are.
You mean hookers in the RV isn't wholesome?
No.
Apparently Luke had turned one of them over to that right there lifestyle. Well, the things that stood out to me was that was not Lulu Hogg and Boss Hogg's Lap in Atlanta. I couldn't believe that when I first watched it.
Yeah, well, I don't think they were going for the whole wholesome vibe at that point.
No, they're still filming in Covington at this point, and yeah, it was pretty serious stuff. Overall, what did you think? What was your surprises, and what was some of the things maybe made you laugh or you thought was cool?
I like they didn't have no jumps in this one that I can remember.
No, there was no jumps. Though there was an iconic where they come off that hill and Bo jumps into the driver's seat and Luke slides across the thing. That's on the opening credits. But that was the most unawkward window jump I ever seen with Luke. He bullfrogged into the car, which made it more realistic to me. Made him look like he was scared to death instead of being all cool and jumping in. He went head first.
Pretty sure I read somewhere that he actually meant to run across the hood and slipped and wound up sliding across.
That's possible. That is very possible. A couple of things in here I saw on IMDb, and I did notice it, was that mellow mushroom in the background was the very first one ever opened, and that was kind of cool. I think today it's some kind of other different building, but yeah, that mellow mushroom doesn't look like the franchise all prettied up ones that you have today. That thing looked like a dive. But I guess they got their start there in wherever that was.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing that.
So the singer Jessie Coulter that they talked about, that was actually Waylon Jennings' wife. So that was kind of funny when he said he was a June Carter guy himself. And Daisy said, I sound more like Waylon Jennings than Jessie Coulter. So yeah, she's the wife of Waylon.
Oh, did not know that either.
Yeah. She sung one of my favorite songs, I'm Not Lisa. I know that's a real old song that a lot of people wouldn't even know today, but yeah, I found that interesting when I first watched it and did the podcast before. I found out that she was married to him up until he died. And I thought that was pretty cool that they did that. I will say this. In the 70s, Farrah Fawcett owned it as far as being the poster child. But she was definitely turning over the torch to Daisy in these last two. You can see why the Daisy Dukes became popular and how beautiful she was.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, I think I remember reading something about Daisy Dukes shorts are in the Smithsonian or some museum or something somewhere.
I do believe they are. I know it was very iconic. There's even a line of Daisy Dukes. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Nothing else really stood out as far as the show, I can't think. They keep mentioning other cars that the Dukes had. Like the last episode, they were saying that Cooter borrowed Luke's car and had it impounded, and they mentioned it again, which ain't uncommon in the area where I'm at. Some people, they have 4 or 5 cars, even though there's only like 2 drivers in the family. But I think they were trying or was planning on doing some more vehicles. I don't know what happened as far as, did the General get that popular that quick that they were like, no, let's keep that car. And I do believe they were still filling out the show, trying to figure out what it was going to be.
Yeah, because I know they drove that. Pretty sure that yellow one was Daisy's car for the longest time.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but for some reason I kept thinking in one of the future episodes that they wound up turning that car that Daisy was driving into the General Lee.
You will see what happened to that car later. I'm not going to give that away, but as you watch these episodes, it will. You will see how she got the Jeep and where the car went.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't want to give that away just too quickly, but
yeah, like I said, I haven't seen any of these episodes in many years, and I'm just remembering bits and pieces, and my mind's probably Swiss cheese, so.
I like that too. That way it's kind of new to you and fresh. That's why I want you to, like, if you see something like, man, I didn't even know that was, or you think there was a Mandela effect somewhere, let us know. But I don't know. I thought it was an okay show. I actually got to see that guy star at a Andy Griffith Mayberry days. Whenever I first did this podcast, I saw he was going to be there. He was on Gomer Pyle too. He was Duke on Gomer Pyle. He's done a lot of stuff. In fact, he was a voice of one of the Smurfs. I don't remember which one it was, but when I met him, I saw that he'd done that.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, that's about all I got as far as the show goes. I do have some good news for those fans out there. It looks to me like Cooter in July, I'll get the dates later. I'm not really 100% sure. I didn't write them down, but he's going to have his anniversary of the store opening 25 years ago. And so far, he's got Luke, Daisy, Cletus, and Wade Jennings. He'll probably have some more announcements as we get closer, and there's going to be 1,000 General Lees down there. As far as Hazard Fest, as far as I know, they closed that up last year, was the last one that they were doing of that. But there's still some things keeping the show alive, and if you get a chance to go out to any one of Cooter's places, it'll be great. And also the Boar's Nest in North Carolina. But I'm going to wrap it up since you're tired and everything, and hopefully we'll get together, do another one around Saturday or so, but I'm going to drop this one on next Friday, or this coming Friday.
Okay.
And we will be doing Season 1, Episode 3, Mary Kay's Baby next.
That just sounds so wrong.
Yeah, it was wrong, but I can't wait to see your opinion of that one. So I'll talk to you later, and thank you for taking the time